Hey everyone, today we are testing a new product out. I'm not sure how new it is, but I haven't seen too many people talk about it and it's new to me, so I'm excited. It is CoverGirl's Clean Sensitive Liquid Foundation in the shade 505 Ivory, and it looks like this. Like always, ever since I started doing these videos, my dad, when he goes into the drugstore, always looks at the makeup, and usually he doesn't pick me up anything, but there are times where he does, and so a lot of the makeup that I test out is actually from my dad. So this is what the bottle says. It says, "Clean Sensitive Liquid Foundation is suitable for your sensitive skin needs. The creamy formula is unscented, 100% oil-free, and provides lightweight coverage." So basically, this is a liquid foundation. So I'm not sure if it needs shook or shaken. It doesn't say, but I'm going to anyway, just in case, because you never know. So it is literally filled to the brim, which is awesome. Like I said, it is in the shade Ivory. So hopefully it will match. My dad said this was the lightest shade available, and it was $7, I think he said. So I'm really excited. It's true that it doesn't have any scent, but it does have like that typical cosmetic foundation scent, so you know, it's not totally scentless, if you know what I mean. But there's no perfume in it, and I know that's what they mean. I have primed my skin, I've color corrected, and I have concealed a few areas, like right here and right here, but that's really it. Nothing else has been going on with my skin. So the test that we're going to put this through is I'm going to apply it, see how well it applies, see the coverage. I'm going to powder, contour, do all that stuff that I always do, and then I'm going to wear it throughout the day for a couple hours, and I'll keep you updated, kind of like I did with my Katy Kat matte lipsticks. I'm going to keep you updated throughout the day of how this is wearing, stuff like that. So it's very liquidy. I think that is going to match me pretty well, so I'm just going to gently tap. It almost feels like a mousse, but it's watery. Like, it's watery, but it feels like a mousse at the same time. And I know that that's a really weird description, but that's just what it feels like. It just feels really creamy. Take my foundation brush, and I'm just gonna blend this in and see the kind of coverage that we get. I'm gonna come a little bit closer. Hold on one second. I'm gonna come a little bit closer so you can see better how it blends. My mirror is gonna be right here, but we'll see. Okay, so first layer does not look too bad, actually. I have a pimple here. Oh, I hate when I get pimples there because it looks like I have food or something, but it's not, it's just a pimple. So the first layer looks pretty good. It hasn't hung on to my facial hair or any dry spots on my skin, so that's really awesome. And basically it's just on like a really light sheer coverage, so let's see if we can build it up any. And I'm just gonna put it on the areas that I really need that extra coverage. Let's see where this gets us. Okay, so this is the second layer. It's definitely buildable. Yeah, this doesn't look too bad. I like it. It does have the tendency to be a tiny bit streaky, just like if you're using a brush. I know like a lot of foundations, they recommend using the beauty blender or your fingers because it can warm the foundation up a little bit, and then you can kind of meld it into your skin a little bit better. This part of my face never gets covered, and I don't know why. I can conceal it, I can color correct it, I can put loads of foundation on it, and it never gets hidden. So I'm gonna let this kind of set for a minute. I think that the color matches me pretty spot on, so that's exciting. This has about the amount of coverage that I like, which is that it has enough coverage that you can build it in areas that you need it, such as like here, and obviously, you know, you can still kind of see some of my problem areas, but my goal isn't to have skin that looks perfect or looks fake. Like, my goal is just to really even everything out but still look kind of natural. So, you know, I like that because I can build it in the areas that I want it built, but then it's sheer enough that you can see my freckles and, you know, just things like that. This foundation says that it dries matte, that it's supposed to be like a foundation that is like, it helps control your oil. So I will be blotting my face throughout the day and showing you how well it controls that oil. I definitely think that this is a cream to powder finish of a foundation. Some people like that, some people don't. So all I am going to do is I'm going to do my powder. I am going to do my bronzer, my blush, my highlight, my eyes, my eyebrows. I'm going to get all my makeup done, and then I will come back and I will show you what everything looks like with it. I think the only thing, I don't know if I should put concealer on or not. I really don't want to, but honestly I might real quick. So let's actually see how this foundation looks with like a teeny tiny bit of concealer under the eyes to see how it like melds, you know. Okay, so that's the concealer done. I will be back and I will show you what it looks like with the rest of my makeup done. So, bye guys. Okay, I'm back. I have my makeup done. I did a little liquid lipstick swatch, so ignore that. I really enjoy this foundation. Let me grab my mirror and I'll look very close at it and see how it's looking. I don't think it looks cakey whatsoever. I'm really impressed, as a matter of fact. I think it looks pretty good. Let me see. Let me bring you closer. You can tell me. Here, I'll come closer to the light. This right here is a problem area for my face always. It never holds on to foundation or concealer, and this is always itchy for some reason, so I'm always scratching it and it always makes it look worse, so ignore that. But overall, I think that like around my mouth, like where my mustache is, and just everywhere else, I'm really impressed with this foundation so far. I am going to wear it for the rest of the day. Right now it is 10:22 in the morning, so I'm gonna wear it for the rest of the day and keep you updated on how it's looking, how it's feeling, and if it is as oil controlling as the product suggests it is. And yeah, I think that the shade matches me spot on, so if you're like my skin tone, this will be great for you. So yeah, I will keep you updated. Alright, so it is, what time? It is 3:01 and it is a really hot day out. It says that it is 94 degrees and the car doesn't have air conditioning, so you can see I'm a little sweaty, very oily, and I'm gonna actually blot in a minute. But overall, the foundation looks pretty good. There are definitely some areas that are a little bit cakey, like in this area and like in the corners of my mouth, definitely. But that's something that I usually get for like all foundations, so really it doesn't look that bad at all. It is a foundation that if you get oily, it will like wipe off. But overall, it stayed pretty dang well for it being so hot. Yeah, so I'm gonna blot and see how much oil comes off of my face. I had to use 4! It's disgusting! I don't know if you can tell a difference. I'm not nearly as oily as I was. However, I will say, truthfully, that for a foundation that says that it doesn't have any oil in it and that it's a matte foundation, you would think that it would have a little bit of like oiliness in it, that it would help mattify your oil and maybe not let it come through so much. I will honestly say that on the usual, like on the reg, you know, on the regular, I usually use 1 blotting paper. That using 4 is quite a lot, but honestly, I don't know if it's just because of today's heat or what it is, but it's bad today. It could be that I didn't powder enough, who knows, but I will say that the foundation, for as hot as it is, 94 degrees, for as hot as it is, it really is sticking on. We're gonna go eat and then I'll update you afterwards. Alright, hey guys, we finished eating. Yes, I am oily again, but it is 94 degrees and it is crazy out right now. But yeah, I like this foundation. I think that it looks like it's really worn down, and it's because I've been sweating so much, but honestly, the other foundations that I use can't last through hot weather like this. So the fact that it looks this good despite sweating and just being so oily and so greasy throughout the day, yeah, so I'm pretty happy with this. I am not going to finish this video though until I get home, until I can show you in proper lighting all of the how the foundation is actually worn after being in the heat all this time. But it is 4:39, so yeah, so I'll check in with you guys later. Okay, so the foundation, this is what it looks like. I still have some bronzer on. I definitely have my highlight on still, but you can see very clearly that my hyperpigmentation is glaring out, and that's like right here, you know, under my nose, here in this area. The tip of my nose here is always a little bit red. Ignore my bad like smeared makeup on my eyes. I'm also testing out a product that you will see in the future probably. So yeah, I think overall, let me just bring you really close so you can see how it looks up close. You saw earlier that, you know, you do this and it swipes off. You can't see that. It does swipe off. I had to blot a lot. So as far as like an oil control foundation, don't think it really achieves that. However, I think that it held up really well for a hot day like today where I was outside constantly, especially in a car that doesn't have air conditioning, and it's been 95 degrees and sunny all day and humid too. That makes it worse. So in general, I think it held up really well actually, and I don't think I look nearly as bad as I could look if I wasn't wearing this foundation. So I'm pretty impressed with it. I think I might have to test it out on a day that isn't so drastically severe as far as weather is concerned, because today was a really intense weather day, and I think that under normal weather conditions, this foundation would be flawless. So thank you guys for watching. Let me know if there are any other products that you'd like to see tested or a first impression of, and yeah, so thank you for watching. I hope you guys are having an awesome day. All the social media links will be down in the description. Feel free to follow me on anything and everything. I'll see you in the next video. Bye guys.